Very cool. Well, let's keep talking about the Star Wars universe as we talked about the director of that film. The Mandalorian is a new series that is being brought to us through Disney Plus. If you're not familiar with Disney Plus, it's yet another one of these streaming services, the 5,222 streaming services that are provided now. And we're going to talk maybe about another one of those before too long. But Thomas, you got a chance to check out The Mandalorian before I did, the first episode, and we're several episodes in now. And if you've watched this show, you know we talk about movies and we will talk about TV, especially if it's got that cinematic feel.
Which The Mandalorian has.
The Mandalorian's got the cinematic feel.
Without a doubt. 3 episodes into it, I'm watching it and I just keep thinking, I've never seen a TV show outside of Game of Thrones feel this epic and cinematic, and like, it feels like it's worthy of the big screen. I mean, it's awesome that we have it on the small screen, but I'd love to be able to see something like this in a theater. It's overseen by Jon Favreau, of course, Iron Man director, Elf. Well, we all know him from Elf. He's done some stuff with the Clone Wars as well, and he's working closely with Dave Filoni on this one. Dave Filoni also oversaw the Clone Wars, and just a great cast of producers and filmmakers and actors. Pedro Pascal in the lead role as the Mandalorian, and a really interesting type of hero. He's very layered and nuanced. He's kind of an anti-hero. He's a bounty hunter, and he has different jobs he has to do, and he's coming from the Mandalorian culture, and he kind of feels ashamed that he's having to take up the kind of dirty work of bounty hunting because that is almost against his culture. But he, because of the times they're in with, you know, the kind of the fall of the Empire and the rise of the First Order, things are really rough all around the galaxy.
So this is the way he's able to survive.
Yeah, exactly. And so
he's good at it.
He has to do what he has to do, but also you realize there's a lot more depth to his character than he's not selfish. He really thinks about his decisions before he makes them, thinks about the impact they'll have on others.
Yeah, early on, and I don't know if it was episode 1 or 2, but there's a decision he has to make that's a package he had to go track down this package, you know, bring it back dead or alive. Well, not a really big spoiler here since we're several episodes in, but the package is a Baby Yoda, and don't split hairs. We know it's not Baby Yoda, but I don't know what else to call the creature other than Baby Yoda. And
we've been given permission by Favreau to say Baby Yoda, because it's the species, but
it's the most
name, but we don't know the species.
The most adorable
thing.
So cute
in the history of Star Wars.
So cute.
Yeah, probably
awesome.
In the history of cinema. I mean, seriously.
Well, somebody told me it was if a gremlin and Gamora had a baby, and I'm like, well, okay, I can see that. I can see that. It's got green.
I guess we'll go with that.
Craig's not sure. He's not sure about that.
Yeah.
But visually, it has this kind of spaghetti western feel at times.
Very much.
And one of the things that just really blows me away about this is he's wearing this mask the entire time, but the emotions that you're able to see through the physical acting is pretty incredible. The music, the score helps with that, but I'm just blown away by how you're able to still see the emotions happen.
Well, Pedro has proven time and again, he came on my radar with Game of Thrones, which he may have done for a lot of people, but having seen him in some other stuff, whatever you might think of the Great Wall, he was very good in that. And you know, what was it, Kingsman: The Golden Circle? He was fun in that movie too. But he is a strong actor, and just through the physicality, you can see that conflict. The conflict that you, Thomas, were talking about. It's not something that's made plain. It's all physical. And the fact that he's wearing armor, he never takes off his helmet because that's the Mandalorian way. I will say though, and I also saw the first 3 episodes. If you're deep in the lore, this show is amazing.
It is.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. So it's good. It's so good, and now I wish I were in the lore.
It's highly recommended by you, Thomas.
Oh yeah, I think a mutual friend of us, Adam Frazier, he's big time into Star Wars. The deepest.
Big time puts it mildly.
Mildly. The deepest cuts of Star Wars lore you can imagine, and this is like one of his favorite things to ever come out of the Star Wars medium. And I can't claim to be as well versed as he is, but I'm loving every second of it. Just the production values, absolutely off the charts. Like you mentioned, the costume design is just gorgeous. Like, And
Well, and the
he got a bit
production-
he got
the
a bit of
production
an
design as
upgrade.
well.
Yeah, the production design, all of it, it very much original trilogy feel, but it still feels unique and fresh,
Yeah.
and it's not like just something we've seen over and over again.
I agree, and Adam Frazier, I've tried to get you on the show a long time. If you want to talk Star Wars, we can bring you on and let you set us straight when we go down the wrong
If only
path.
there was a new movie coming out that he might want to talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Well, this is well worth seeing especially if you're a Star Wars fan. Dive into it. It's worth paying for Disney Plus for this, if nothing else. And there's also a new version of Lady and the Tramp that we haven't reviewed, but it's on there, and they're going to continue to do original programming. And I can't recommend the Mandalorian enough. I highly, highly recommend this. Solid A plus for me. The practical effects and the digital effects have a way of merging where it's just perfection for me.
Okay, well, right now I'm going to give an A precisely for the thing you just mentioned. I do think there is a bit of an imbalance in the practical and digital effects. Some of it feels like they're going back a little bit too far to original trilogy type technology, and they just can't quite get that mix right. But other than that, it's blowing me away. But I guess we'll disagree on that part. But
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
And what is your rating for it since you think it's good?
I don't want to choose sides here, but I'm with Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a
You're
scene,
fired!
Bye. It was so great to be back. No, but there was a moment in episode 2, and where I was going, this looks more like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. than it does Disney Plus, but otherwise it's incredibly cinematic.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I love most about it is the inconsistency in time. Each episode isn't the same amount of time or even relatively close.
Yeah.
They use the exact amount of time that they need to tell this part of the story.
And
I love that.
I'll say
Love
one of the
that.
things about streaming services, and you hit a great point. If we get a chance to talk about Servant, it's the same way. Not every episode is 30 or 40 minutes. And I love that. And with these streaming services, you don't have to be locked into a specific time. And I
Absolutely.
think it really allows viewers to enjoy what's there for the story. So Mandalorian on Disney Plus. We're going to take a quick interview.